Hello, my name is Carlos David Bueso Lopez. I am from 8th grade and I am going to talk you about a topic that is the geography. Okay, I'm going to start, sorry, talking you about the concept of the geography. That I put three concepts. The first is okay, geography. The geography is the study of places and the relationship between people and their environments. Another one is the geographers. The geographers explore both the physical properties of Earth's surface and the human societies spread across it. And the last one was a question, but I put it like in a concept. That the question was, okay, and what are the basic concepts in geography? And the answer is this, okay, the seven geographical concepts of place, space, environment, interconnection, okay, interconnection, sustainability, scale, and change are the key to understanding to understanding the places that make up our world. Okay, and that is all the concept that I have on this topic. Okay, and then I'm going to continue talking about the facts. Okay, the facts I put only five, but are very interesting and very important about this topic that is the geography. Okay, the first of all is that the continents shift at about the same rate as your fingernail grow, and another one that is the second one is Russia expands 11 time zones, and the third one is 90% of Earth's population lives in the northern hemisphere. That is something that is impressive. And another one is the fourth fact that says California has more people than all Canada. That is something incredible and impressive at the same time. And another one, and the, is the last sign, and that is the last fact is that Australia is wider than the moon. That is something incredible. And then I will going to continue talking about the types of geography that are closely the same as the examples, but I put it like in types. And first of all, I have the physical geography. The second one is the human geography, and the last one is the environmental geography. Okay, and I'm going to explain that in this part. Okay, that is the physical geography. Okay, first of all, it is the study of the processes that shape of the no that shape the earth surface, the animals and the plants that inhabit it, and the spatial patterns they exhibit. And another type of definition that is close to the conclusion is that nature and the effects it has on people and or the environment. Okay, and I will going to explain you what you can see about this image. Okay, we can appreciate to see that the physical geography consists about the mountains, the things that are natural of the earth, that are like the mountains, the rivers, the lakes, and the same as the trees and the earth surface or the earth shapes, and that is like the conclusion or the definition of the physical geography. And then I'm going to continue talking about the human geography. The human geography is like not the same, but it traits about the things that we create, like the interrelationship between people, place, environment, communities, culture, and economic type, and economic, or the economy. And in conclusion, is the concern with the people. Okay, as you can see again, I put the image about the human geography that it represents the political division of the countries and what type of people or what type of clothes they have every single people that live in their own countries, and it turns by the I don't know the environment in where they live and how they live, how they wear with their clothes. And another thing that we need to know about this is that every single country has every single type of culture and has every single type of how can I say it's history. So every single country has different and totally different history and another type of culture. And the human geography refers and the human geography out no and the human geography also refers to the things that we create, like the things like the buildings, like the how can I say it, the buildings, like the structures, the machines, or something things that are related with the human things, and that is the human geography. Okay, then I am going to continue talking about the environmental geography. That it is this is the geography that is likes me but a little bit because it traces about the things that we do to the planet or to the environment. And here it says, it's the study of how humans interact with the physical environments and what effect each has on the other. And another one is the study of characteristic features of various components of the environment. And another one that is the conclusion is the how people can harm, protect, or affect the environment. Okay, here as you can see, I put an image with a representation about the environmental geography. Okay, and here as you can see, I put a power plant. Here is a power plant that represents the contamination that they produce because they contaminate the air, and here is the contamination of the oceans, the water in the lakes. Because if we throw garbage of the oceans, the life the marine life will die or will get intoxicated. And the same thing happens when we throw the garbage but the in the terrestrial places because it can affect to the life of the terrestrial animals, and if we do the same into the water, it can affect it to the fishes, to the sharks, to every single animal that lives in the water. And to the contamination of the air, it only affects the type of animals that can fly, like the insects or like the birds or like every single animal that can fly. And this is something that is very sad because these are the things that we, like own humans, create or make to our environment. And we don't know that this is the planet that we need to like, that we need to, how can I say it, that we need to care a lot because this is only the only planet that we can have life. Then another thing that we need to say or talk, because I finished explaining the environmental geography, is the conclusion. Because the conclusion of this environmental geography is how people can affect or protect the environment. And that is what I was explaining to you. Okay, and then I'm going to explain the examples of the physical geography that are geomorphology, hydrology, glaciology, and geography, sorry, climatology, and that are the five that I put. And here is the definition. But we know a little bit what it consists every single geography and every single example. Sorry. Then we're going to continue about talking of the examples of the human geography. That first are the human, the urban geography, economic geography, the cultural geography, the political, and the social geography. And these are like the geographies created by the own human that it gets used by the own human. Okay. The another one in the last but not less important is the examples of the environmental geography that are or I put like eight if I am not bad. Yes, there are the air surface. It talks mostly about the air surface, the rivers, mountains, deserts, land, oceans, water, sorry, and the last and not less important about the volcanoes that are the normally created by the own earth. And the last thing that I need to say about this topic is the conclusion about us. Because we know that the word that we have, that the name that we put like humans is the earth. Okay, and we need to care about, care a lot of, care a lot this planet because this is the only world that we can have life, and we are destroying it by the contamination that we produce. And how it says here, the world is the best gift bestowed upon us, and we must do all we can do to protect it, because this is the only place that we can have life, or we know that we can have life. The last is geography gives us the tools we need to move about in the world to make wise decisions about the environment. And this, I think, is all. And I only need to say one thing. That is, thanks for watching. I hope you like my exposition or my presentation. And I don't need more things to say. And I hope you liked it. And that was all. Thank you for watching and for paying attention.